Well, it's a lovely thing, and this is what's beginning to happen to you more and more, to a lot of you, where a manifestation happens that it doesn't, and it didn't feel like you were trying very hard. It didn't feel like you said, I don't think I even wanted it. And the reason that it felt like you didn't want it is because you associate wanting with the stress of yearning for something.
Yeah.
Where when you find that pure alignment, then the universe just begins yielding to you shovels full of manifestations that have been in your vortex for a while. In other words, it's such a lovely thing to have been just looking for fun and looking for clarity, not looking for a BMW, looking for fun and looking for clarity, not looking for a beautiful house in the snow, looking for fun and looking for clarity, looking for fun and looking for clarity, and finding fun and finding clarity, and finding fun and finding clarity, and finding fun and finding clarity. And then things begin manifesting in your experience effortlessly, because you finally are experiencing the power of the leverage of alignment. You see, that's why we've been explaining to you that you've been sifting and sorting and asking and putting it in your vortex, and it's been culminating there, it's been gathering, it's prepared itself for you being ready for it. It's better now than it was when you first put it there, because you put other things in there with it that all morph together. And so your vortex, your vibrational reality, is ready to burst onto the scene in the moment that you vibrationally stop disallowing it. So this is the piece. This is another key that this gathering will help you hear in a very strong way. Humans often think that if they've got their sights on something, that they must find a way to think about that, 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 and rein it in like a fish on a line. It's not like that at all. It's that once you have set your sights on it and it's in your vortex, now your work is to chill. Your work is not to figure out what the path is. The path is being revealed to you. You just have to figure out how to be receptive to the information about the path. Can you feel the difference about that? And the thing that trips you up, we're trying to demonstrate it for you here. So there is a vibration that becomes a thought. That's momentum worth celebrating. But humans don't want to celebrate it until it's in the garage. So since it's not in the garage, you mess this up. And since it's not in the garage, you mess this up. And since it's not in the garage, you get another job. And since it's not in the garage, you work harder. And since it's not in the garage, you try to find all the behavior to get it in the garage. And all the stuff that you do to try to get it in the garage causes you to keep messing this up. You see what we're getting at? So if you can just find things that are easy to feel good about, then everything that you want will come into full fruition. You'll find it all in the garage. Well, they want to hear, but here's the thing. They disconnect because they hear your words and they see your results. And this is the thing we've talked about here today. There is such a feeling of urgency to close that gap, to get to where I want to be, where what we're wanting to emphasize is that this is the only gap that you can close. In other words, the only gap that you have the ability to close right now is the gap between vibration and emotion. You can close that gap right now. You can accomplish the emotional manifestation. If you can hear this, you have the ability today to accomplish the emotional manifestation. And if you do it and 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 do it, law of attraction will take you all the way to the fulfilling culmination of everything that you want. But if you miss that step, if you try to jump, if you say, give me this and then I'll feel this, it doesn't work. Give me the manifestation and then I'll feel the emotion. That's backwards. Find the emotion, and the manifestation is the momentum that will follow every single time. And once you get that, we've never said it more clearly, you've never heard it more clearly. Once you get it into alignment like that, then so much that's been in your vortex. You see, that's what people mean when they say, oh, I found you and now I'm happier. All that happened in their meeting of us is that we helped them to settle in to their natural vibration of allowing what they had already done all the work about. The work's already done. You got here, you explored, you asked, you filled your vortex full of so many things that are important to you. And now as you find a way to just chill a little and reach for that unconditional emotion. I'm not happy because a BMW is on the way. I'm happy because I want to be happy. I'm not happy because I found my perfect mate or because my perfect mate is on the way. I'm happy because I'm happy. I'm happy because I'm happy. Turns out your necklace is the key. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy because I want to be happy. And when I wasn't happy, I thought thoughts that made me feel more happy. And it didn't happen all at once. But over time, I developed an intense determination to do the work that I can do, to control the only thing that I can control, which is my mood. And now you understand the physics behind it. You know that vibration is turning into thought and emotion is right there with the thought. And that's the manifestation you're reaching for. And if you will leave it at that, if people say, what do you want? You say, I want to be happy. And they say, well, what makes you happy? And you say, being happy. And they say, you're a nutcase.
Yes.
Yep. Crazier I am, the happier I am. The less I face reality, the happier I am. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. And then just remind yourself, when you feel happy, say it to yourself, I feel happy. I feel so good. I feel happy. At first it surprised Esther because she didn't ever expect to be happy again after Jerry made his transition. One day she said, I'm happy. And then she said, I'm sorry. Just for a minute, felt wrong to be happy. The conditions didn't seem conducive to happy. Sort of snuck up on her. I don't think I'm supposed to be happy under these conditions. You're supposed to be happy under all conditions. You're supposed to be unconditionally happy. That's what's natural to you, you see. And then the conditions will morph into all of the nuances, all of the details, all of the stuff that you've been defining. Well, when you feel it, you radiate it. But here's the tripping point for you. You don't want to be happy to elicit a response from them. You want to be happy, and you want the response from them to be none of your business, because it isn't any of your business, because you can't control. You don't know where they are when they meet you. Somebody who's not happy, meeting a happy person, it never goes well. It never goes well. All you do is remind them that they're not happy.
And then I feel terrible about it, like, I pushed them further down.
And then when you explain to them why you're happy, that makes it even worse. It's
right.
Like an indictment of what they're not doing.
Right.
And then they resent you. They wish for your demise.
Yeah, I would say jealousy. I feel it all around me. And sometimes people are like, oh, well, how long is that going to last? And I think, oh, God, but I think I found something sustainable. I think I can make it last.
What eventually happens as your happiness is something that you're consciously aware of,
yes,
and consciously accomplishing, then law of attraction begins to surround you with more and more people who understand that. But remember, the most significant thing that we said to you today, which is the most significant thing to this point that we've ever said to anyone, is that your relationship, the relationship is between you and your source. We've said it before, but you've never heard it so clearly. That's the relationship that you're seeking, because that's what happy is. Happy is letting all the barricades down and letting yourself radiate who you truly are, because who you truly are is happy. Because who you truly are knows who you are, knows your value, knows your heart, knows who you are, knows why you came, knows what you are about, knows the eternal nature of your being, adores you. Who you are is happy, 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 because who you are is in alignment with source, with all that is good. It just doesn't get happier than happy. In other words, that's who you are. That's who you are.
And appreciation. I am a being of appreciation, and I appreciate this work and knowing
so let's square this up. If I'm happy and then thoughts of appreciation occur to me, really good unfolding of the path. If I'm not happy and I try to find something to appreciate to get happy, doesn't go as well, does it? So do you accept that you wake up, and that when you wake up you have the potential of being happy? Try it. You'll like it. Try it. See what happens. Give it a go. Give it a week or 2 or 3 or 4. You've been doing it, and watch what happens. Watch what happens. Watch the way the world begins to revolve around you. Because when you get happy, what isn't happy can't come near you. And if something that's not happy is coming near you, you're not as happy as you think you are.
And you're giving thanks for the event before it's happened. Your body's so objective, it's believing that it's happening to you, because what is the emotional signature of gratitude? When you get something favorable, you receive something favorable, something just happened to you that you like, something's happening to you, you say, thank you. The feeling of gratitude, the emotional signature, means it's happening to you, it's already happened. So it is the ultimate state of receivership. So teach a person how to give thanks before it happens, open their heart, and their heart's like a pounding of a drum or dropping a pebble in water, is producing this field. It's that energy, that creative energy, can carry the thought of their health. It can ride, that intention can ride on the wave. That could be wealth, new relationship, suffering, and the energy does not carry the thought of health. It carries a different set of thoughts. So people say to me, well, I can't open my heart. Well, I ask them, well, what do you practice feeling all day long anyway? Because you're so good at feeling something else, you haven't practiced feeling it. They have to keep overcoming their thoughts, overcoming their impatience, overcoming the programs, they come right up against it. Anything that's standing in the way between them and their connection, they got to do business with it. And so as they start removing those veils, those masks, those layers, and they start crossing that river of change, and their heart starts to open a little bit, and they feel a little bit more, and they feel a little bit more, and their brain is coherent. Now they have a coherent brain and a coherent heart. The balance between the two is an exchange of information that's not coming from out there, it's coming from within them. And now they have a Wi-Fi signal. And now they're connected. When your heart opens and your brain is coherent, you feel connected to something greater. You don't feel separate any longer. So then, can you then get so good at it that no person, no condition, no experience in your life is going to move you from it? That's the name of the game. That's the Wi-Fi signal now. And so now, whatever you broadcast into the field is really your experiment with destiny. Not for the whatever you get, but for the fact that you created it. That's the fun part. And then, so many people, I have people in our work that created so much wealth. The first thing they did? They gave it away. Well, of course they would, because they now believe they can create it again. So now what? Now you just get good at giving. It's no longer about that. What do you want? You're going to get that car, and then you're going to be like, I'd rather drive the Mini. I don't really care about that whatever car. I'm just happy with what I have. So when you're at that point where you're so whole that you don't care what people think about you, when you're so happy with yourself that you're free, you don't care what you look like, you're just happy with you, man, that's freedom for people. That's so much freedom. So it brings me great joy to witness transformation. And that formula then, I always tell people, don't work on your healing. Work on learning the formula. Once you learn the formula and get it down, the healing will be the side effect. And you either live in survival or you live in creation. And living in creation is such an elegant moment, because you have to disconnect from everything known. And you have to get so present that time is no longer of the essence. You are in the internal present moment. This is a flip, because when we're living by our senses in three-dimensional reality, this space-time continuum, there's an infinite amount of space. And with an infinite amount of space, I'm local. I have a body. I'm local in space and time. And then I want to move from here to the door. At one point of awareness, Joe Dispenza, my other point of awareness, the door. So in order for me to go from here to the door, I got to move my body through space. And guess what? That takes time. So if I'm creating matter to matter, here's me, Joe Dispenza. Where's my dream? Way over there. Why is it way over there? Because my brain is automatically estimating how long I'm going to have to work and go back and forth to work, and it's going to take time and it's going to take energy to finally manifest that home or that car or whatever, and you're going to have to work hard, or you're going to rush faster to get it done. And when you finally pay off that house or whatever, you're too tired, too exhausted to enjoy it. When you pass through the eye of the needle into the quantum and you enter that realm of time-space, it's a different world. There's an infinite amount of time. Time is eternal. There's an infinite amount. Now think about this. How much could we get done if we had an infinite amount of time? And in the realm of time-space, There's no past, there is no future. It's all happening now. And so there's no past lives or future lives. They're stacked on top of each other. And as we move through time, as we time travel, we experience dimensions or spaces. And we have all the latent systems in the brain once activated to open the door to that dimension. And it only takes one experience of entering that place that you cannot see the world the same way again.